Welcome to my final presentation video. This first part is about the inspiration behind my project. Huge part of the inspiration was problems switching between different applications for different LLM purposes. Here is Nexus Chat. This is the chatbot that has been developed to mitigate having to move between other chatbots for different reasons. So over here you can select which LLM you'd like to use. We have Claude's, ChatGPT, and Grok, which are very similar. And you have shortcuts here, so you can choose which LLM you want to use. So ChatGPT is pretty good for everyday usage, general questions, good replacement for Google. Then we have Claude, which is better for coding. See here. And so if you have like more technical tasks or questions, you would want to use Claude. And if you want image or video generation, you'd have to use Grok, which is very similar to ChatGPT's model. So with Nexus Chatbot, it's loading all the other previous conversations. So these conversations were in Mistral, which is a ChatGPT Grok-based LLM. And so you can choose your LLM here instead of having to go between applications. Next up, we're going to be discussing the marketability for our product. Welcome to the marketing portion of the presentation. Here we're going to let you know our target audience and who will be able to benefit from our application. The top three were students, content creators, and business owners, people who are going to be using our Nexus chatbot to make money. One of the main things that this chatbot will be able to be integrated into is social media, and how social media can be leveraged to market your products or content. So there's going to be video generation, image generation later on in the application, but for now we're just focusing on basic human responses that can be used to help other users to make money, further their ideas, spread their ideas so that they can generate a following, which then can be turned into profits. The team composed of me, your solo architect, and a few other testers other than myself, who was able to help me test the end result of my product. But I designed the overall layout, the back end, the front end, and all the different plugins. I wrote all the scripts for the front end and the back end, the server side and the client side. And I designed the way that the client and the server are contacting the database and the web host, which the web host was also a large part of the project. And I myself, with a few of my other constituents, was able to test the final product. Here I am. I am Austin. I am the main developer behind the Nexus chatbot. I've designed the architecture, did the engineering behind it, um, working on marketability and features to come in the future. Currently, the features of our chatbot are its ability to remember previous conversations and incorporate that into future responses. Um, it's designed to simulate like a real human experience. It's also developed to pick up intention and tone so it can provide more accurate responses. Um, this is the chatbot in function right here. Right now, it's using a Llama 3.2 LLM. Um, this drop down menu is where you can see all the different LLMs. We have Grok, ChatGPT, Claude, Anthropic, which is Amazon's LLM model. This is the login screen where you can create your account and your username, and you can sign in. And this is what it looks like when you sign in. This is the chat history over here on the left. You can return to previous chats and pick up right where you left off, as if the chatbot remembers everything that was just being said in the conversation. Which just so happened to be one of the bigger obstacles of the development of the process of the application. Being able to go between different platforms and API calls to remember requests that were put in by the user, going to the host platform, going into the database. So being able to have the chatbot remember previous conversations was one of the bigger features and one of the bigger hurdles that I had to get through. So this is where everything's being hosted. Is on GitHub. GitHub offers free hosting for static web pages. And so you can see here all of the different scripts. You have my client side, my server side, separated. So yeah, here's my client server. And this is where everything is being deployed from. You can see all of the calls. For here, these are the metrics. This is the last 7 days of usage for the Nexus chatbot. And so these are logs. These are requests that I was using earlier to query the LLMs. And so one of the main points was getting this whole thing set up here. You see the full sail chatbot capstone. So this is directly connected to my GitHub. This is where everything is being hosted on GitHub, but it's being deployed with render. These are all the different trials that I had to go through, all of the fails, all the green check marks. Yeah, and then here's the environment. And so these are where all of my databases and all of the keys that I'm using for the LLM and database. So I had to bring over the code where these were in code. So here's all the code. Here's the LLM. These are all the Pythons, so Python scripts. And so I have my server, which is written all in Python scripts. And then so here's my keys. So here's my secret keys and some of the database links. Okay, so yeah, I'm using MongoDB for my database. Okay, so, and then my client side, I have JavaScript. You can see all the front end, so CSS. Here's my HTML, JavaScript. So this is all just added functionality to the front end. And this is the chatbot. This is the chatbot working. But yeah, the main things were being able to get the chatbot to remember previous requests so it could pick up from where it left off. Thank you for your participation in this presentation. What can be stored for the future is enhanced features such as computer vision, AI image generation, video generation. We can also add in different AI features to just continually fine-tune the model, continually refine it so that it can provide more accurate answers, and we can also enhance the scalability of it to optimize higher workloads. These are all features that could have been done differently, obviously to improve the application. So making it easier for users to create a username by entering in their email and asking, the chat bot to carry out whole tasks. So this is getting into more like agent performance and how agents can carry out tasks. So another thing would have been to make it more agent friendly as well. That would have been a great great thing to have done differently. Thank you for your attention, and hope you have a good time using the application. Thank you very much. Bye.